You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hello, Sprouts. Today is Thursday, August 16th. It is also the feast day of St. Stephen of Hungary. This week on the Catholic Sprouts podcast, we have been talking about our Blessed Mother, Mary. This week so far, we have talked about how Mary was born sinless in the Immaculate Conception. We talked about how she said yes to becoming the mother of Jesus, even though that was terribly hard and not what she had planned to do. Yesterday was the great feast of Mary's Assumption into heaven, body and soul. And we talked about how we too need to be forgiven for our sins so that we might not be connected to this earth and instead join Mary in heaven one day. Today, we are going to talk about how Mary is the greatest disciple that Jesus had while he was on this earth and how she shows us how to be great disciples of Jesus. The first thing that Mary teaches us is that she trusted God. She trusted God. Can you imagine how crazy this plan seemed to Mary? The Jewish people had been waiting for a Redeemer since the beginning of time. Since Adam and Eve were kicked out of the garden, they had been waiting for a Redeemer. They thought he would probably be a warrior or someone great. But who was it? It was a baby. It was a baby that this little girl from Nazareth that no one even knew was going to bring into the world. That's crazy. And yet Mary trusted. And what's more, this baby that grew up into a man, well, he was crucified at the end. Well, that doesn't make very much sense. Why would God allow himself to be crucified? It doesn't make any sense to us. And yet, Mary trusted. She didn't abandon him at the end. All of his apostles ran away, but not Mary. She stayed there and she continued to love and believe. Another reason why Mary is the first disciple is because she was the first to believe that Jesus truly was the Son of God. At the wedding at Cana, where Jesus performed his first miracle at the request of his mother Mary, she believed before he had performed any miracles, before he had proven himself in any way, that he was God and that he had the power to do anything. She instructed the servants at the wedding to do whatever he tells you to do. And that is also what she instructs us to do. Mary set the perfect example for what it is to be a believer, to be a follower, and to be a true disciple of Jesus. We need to trust him, and we need to believe him. Believe in him before any miracles have been occurred. Just plain old believe in him. And so, Sprouts, here is your challenge. I challenge you to say one Hail Mary today. You're welcome to say more if you'd like, but make sure that you say at least one. The Hail Mary is one of the most beautiful prayers that we have. The words of it are taken from the angel at the Annunciation, from Mary's cousin at the Visitation, and words that we profoundly need to speak so that we might be forgiven and join our Blessed Mother in heaven someday. So, at some point, whether aloud or in the silence of your heart, I challenge you to say a Hail Mary today. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God intended you to be. Just one more thing, Sprouts. If you would like to continue to learn about your amazing Catholic faith at home or in school, I encourage you to download and use a set of free Catholic coloring pages. There's one for each letter of the alphabet, and you'll find them at DoSmallThingsWithLove /coloring.